So when we talk of perfection, perfection could be a very big hurdle in your way of mental wellness. It becomes a major source of human suffering. Why? Because demand for worldly perfection is an expression of your ego's arrogance, if you see, right? Because the pursuit of absolute flawlessness, when we see in the world, right, is seen as an assertion of the ego, which refuses to accept the inherent limitations of the human condition, whether it is your body or your mind, right? Anything related to that. And worldly perfection actually signifying an imaginary star, and which is like an unattainable deal and is constantly dynamic and shifting, right? And which actually leads to, honestly, perpetual discontent and suffering because you don't achieve it that way, right? When we say true perfection does not lie in the output or result of one's work, right? But it lies in the power of intention and that explicit direction of one's life, which should be towards liberation or self-realization first of all, and then you can do meaningful things. So the idea is that embrace that imperfection. Being alert and present is more important than being faultless. What matters is that choose the right action, not a perfect action, right? It is better to be slow on the right road, right, than the lightning quick on the wrong road, correct? So choosing the right goal or project is far more important than being perfect at a potentially minuscule or a task which is not meaningful. And I would say choose authenticity over flawlessness. Power and peace are found in embracing fearlessness of your authenticity. It includes all aspects of the self, right? Rather than the futile pursuit of flawlessness, right? Stop striving for an external, socially conditioned idea of perfection and instead focus on inner clarity, right intention, and the pursuit of what the truth is, what liberation means, which defines the true perfection. Honestly, it could be a trap because pursuit of a perfect ideal is fueled by a desire to escape the reality of our flaws, right? So instead of chasing that impossible goal, focus on honest self-assessment and the natural continuous process of betterment from one's current state. You can say that perfection is imaginary. The ideal of perfection is actually an abstract concept created by the mind, right? Not a reachable reality. And it also arises from imperfections, means the desire for perfection comes from a place of discontent with the current imperfect self, right? Since the desire originates from an imperfect state. So it cannot lead to true perfection, isn't it? So striving for perfection often leads to procrastination because a person becomes afraid of not doing something, in a perfect way. And this can actually cause us to get stuck on minuscule tasks which can be actually controlled. We need to focus on our current state instead of an imaginary deal. Acknowledge your imperfections, that they are not failures, but they are the starting points for improvement, right? So embrace that continuous betterment. The goal should be to continuously improve your current state rather than trying to jump to an imagined perfect state. So I would say that focus on the intention. The real perfection doesn't lie always in the output of that action which you are taking. It honestly lies in your intention. And your intention should be always towards liberation and the real self. Even if in the eyes of the world you are called a defeated one, even if the worldly scorecard shows you to be a continuous loser, you are still in perfection if you are doing the right thing. Perfection is not just about winning any kind of championship quickly, perfection is about trying again and again, not running away. Maybe you become a loser, but you say that I lose again and again, but I know that this battle is important. Therefore, I will stay put perfectly in this. This is real perfection. All the best. Take care. Stay blessed.